Okay, sorry I lost the feed there for a little while. But again, talking about the Great Interruption real quick. Luke Spooner did the art and just kind of took him up on an offer to where he was drumming up some work, and I already used him for my main series, and I figured I'd go ahead and take him up on doing this one. He had a very very strong response to this book and actually created some music that was inspired by it, and I'm going to be meeting with some powers and principalities tomorrow to look at what we can do with that music. So I'm looking forward to Luke's kind of giving me permission to sort of use that to promote, cross promote, however I choose to. I'm looking forward to putting that music out there that he did that was inspired by this particular story. I think it was just very powerful work. All his work is very powerful in the artistic sense. Um, but I'm looking forward to using that music to kind of build up this story, and I really like what he did. So I'm trying to do something neat and professional with it. So looking forward to that. Um, Also, just kind of surround yourself with good people that do good things with your work. Lori Michelle um, did the formatting for the book, and just tiny touches like the lettering for the book is stuff that I particularly like. How she put that together. It wasn't things that I particularly asked for, but she took the book and really caught the spirit of it just in those little tiny things like how the letters went and stuff like that. So it's always just little things like that that people do for your work that means a lot. So I appreciate Luke, I appreciate Lori, and all the different people that have been involved in helping put this together. So very excited about that. The Great Interruption. I feel pretty good about putting that in your hands if you're a reader and you're interested in grabbing that up and taking a look at what I created there. Um, Thursday's post is going to be a guest post. Rebecca Besser has a book out called Nurse Blood that she's promoting, and did sort of a teaser on my website that's going to be out on Thursday. So I'll be promoting that. Kind of be looking for that. In the spirit of guest posting, wanted to talk a little bit about Winter of Zombie, which is coming up soon. That's traditionally done in November. Again, I took over for Summer of Zombie as the admin for Armand Rosamilia, who really set the stage for that for a number of years and built a good audience and just a really good format for promoting authors that kind of play around with the zombie trope. And so we had a good time with it in the summer, so I agreed to take it on for winter also. We're considering a number of authors. I'm not going to announce anybody yet, but have talked to a bunch of different authors and looking at work, looking at some that are veterans in writing and some that have some new stuff out. And then I'm always looking for a couple authors that have something that's very different. So um, as we kind of narrow it down, we're definitely going to have a couple works in there that are a little unusual. And so if you're kind of into the zombie thing and like to see things that are different, we're going to have some stuff like that for you. So I believe we're going to have a very, very good mix of authors. Probably the end of August, I'm going to start putting invites out there for some of the authors that I've been speaking to and kind of getting work from, and a few works that are in the process. So I've gotten to see kind of sneak peeks of a few books that aren't even out yet that I'm very excited about. So we're going to have a nice selection of work for you in November, and of course, just having fun interacting with the authors and all the things that they have to offer. So I'll get some good folks together for you coming into November. Again, those invites will go out in the end of August and probably on into September a little bit. Some of those authors will be getting the work done to be on the tour, and then I'll be able to announce some of the people from that blog tour coming up. We'll put out the link for the event page and all that kind of stuff, and people can join up early, and we'll kind of keep people posted as new authors come in and stuff. If you are an author that has a new release that's zombie related, and zombie related can be kind of a wide definition, so it doesn't have to be all traditional Romero, although I love that and I'm completely open to it. If you're an author that has anything like that, and especially a new release coming out, and you think you would be good for the tour, basically the requirements include a couple blog posts, some teasers, an interview you would do. I would talk to you and do a write up about you, and a couple things like that. And then there in the month of November, you would just share all the posts that we would do. So that's kind of the basic author stuff that would be involved. So if that's something that interests you, and you're an author that writes zombie stuff, send me a message here on my author page, and I'll talk with you. I'll pick up your books and take a look at them and consider anybody. The slate is still open at this point, so anybody that's interested just has to express that interest, and I'll give your work a fair shake as we look at who's going to be in there. Last time, Summer of Zombie, we did a round robin story where we had authors, not everybody on the tour, but people who had the time and were interested. We took turns writing the story. I did the first installment, and then each author took a turn around, and then we finished it off. And I think we ended up with a really good story. Every once in a while, I'll post that story again. So last summer's story that a bunch of authors wrote together, I'll put that back up so you can kind of see what we created. Probably going to do another thing like that. And just a bunch of other fun stuff that we do with each of the authors, kind of introducing their work to you, doing posts that just talk about zombies in general and zombie fiction and where it crosses over into horror and other areas as well. All that stuff is open for discussion in the blog tour. So you get to hear from those authors and kind of see some of the fun things they got going on, and of course giveaways and things like that. And hopefully you'll find some books that you want to read, some that you might not have picked up on your own. So all that's coming up, and I hope you're excited about that. I'm very much enjoying being an author right now. Getting a lot of response from the work that I'm doing, and that means a lot to me. Just following that dream of putting the words out there and having people respond to them. When you write, you kind of have this storytelling within you that you want to get out there to people. You do the best job you can, and sometimes it lands, sometimes it doesn't. And I'm just in a good place right now in terms of career and where I'm going, and trying to make the most of it and give what I can to readers and that sort of thing. So very excited about what's going on there. And I'm very excited about what I'm seeing from other authors too. Being able to do the blog tours like this has sort of given me a chance to see people's work and what they put into it. And of course authors that I interact with anyway. But very excited to see what other people are doing and kind of reading that. I'm moving a little slower than I did in years past, so I don't read as fast as I used to. But enjoying what I'm picking up and looking at and inspiring me to do better work and that sort of thing. So having a good time doing this, and hopefully that translates into the readers having a good time as well. So I'll keep you posted. Keep following along on this author page. All the fun and games that I have going on are going to kind of be focused around this particular page, and so I'll include stuff from the blog and other social media and things, links that I find interesting, and just random thoughts that I have that hopefully will entertain you a little bit. So kind of putting that here on this public author page, so people that are my friends, but then people that just know me from wherever or just connect up by accident can have fun with it too. So feel free to interact, and thank you for all your support. Appreciate it, guys.